My name is Jamshid. You guys been here? I think I remember. Yeah, I see. Yeah, well, good to see you again. Yeah. Are you here for the first time? No? Yes. Hmm. I see. I understand. Yeah. Is, yeah. Is she around now? Oh, I see. It's nice. I see. Right. How old? 4.5. It's a sweet age, I believe. Very sweet. True. Hmm. Right. Too much energy, right? Yeah. And I think this might be a perfect example of like how our mind is all over the place, right? Yeah. And yeah, so this program, it typically includes chanting of one round of Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra, reading Bhagavad Gita, discussion, and if you haven't seen the temple, then we can have a short tour. We also have a WhatsApp group for the announcement for this Tuesday Sanga. If you're not a member and would like to join, let me know. I can add you. Yeah. Have you chanted? Like, do you know what is Maha Mantra is? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the Maha Mantra, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, just a brief reminder to mostly myself, let's say, uh, the Maha Mantra, the meaning of Maha Mantra is, can you actually share what does it mean, if you know? Yeah, meaning, like, what would that mean? Right. Hare, Krishna, and Rama, right? But what's actually we're trying to say, what does it mean? Like, for example, if I chant someone's name, what is that? Am I like asking for something? Am I just glorifying? Like, mhm, right, right. Mhm. Yeah, that's perfectly good enough to know about this mantra to be successful, I think. But let's say, I mean, quite often I say this, and I'm assuming you are like Indian background, so this is sort of, pardon me if my assumption is not correct, but for most of Indians, I believe it's a part of their culture, right? And something natural. For us, my wife and myself, for example, we're from Russia. Like, it's not our culture, right? So I was naturally curious, what does it mean? And the very simple explanation, and I think it's the essence that is given in Bhagavad Gita, is that, oh Lord, please allow me to serve you. Please engage me into service to you. Hare means energy of God. It also means Srimati Radharani, because Srimati Radharani is eternal consort and the internal energy. That's the address. Krishna means all attractive. Krishna can have many meanings, right? But the one that we meditate on is all attractive. Krishna attracts everybody, basically. All forms of life, all races, all cultures, and everything. As soon as you get a taste, a little bit of understanding of his qualities, you automatically become attracted. And Rama means, do you know what Rama means in this context? in this context, Srila Prabhupada says that it's a quote-unquote reservoir of pleasure, like supreme pleasure. And that's a literal translation, but again, the meaning is, "O Lord, O Shrimati Radharani, please allow me to serve you." And it is as simple as that. It could be more elaborate, and there is definitely could be much more meaning and explanation given in Bhagavad Gita and by Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya. But that simple meaning helps me, and at least when I chant. I'm not able always to focus on this, but at least I try to keep in mind that this is a meaning. It's not something that I ask, "Hey Krishna, give me this, give me that." It's the vice versa, like, "Hey, can I serve you, please?" Please send me opportunity to serve, ability and inspiration, right? And typically I'm also asking this question to elaborate. Does it make sense? Why do you think we are asking Lord to allow us to serve Him? Like, why is that? Yes. Yes. When we engage in service, we make Him happy. But why? Why is this so precious that we ask for that? Right. That is very true with one, as far as I know. Let me just, now is Kartik, right? And we all, typically devotees in ISKCON and all over the world, we sing Damodarashtakam. You're familiar with this song? Namam Ishwaram. I see. So, it's okay. It's just a song. It has many very beautiful verses, and no, it's totally fine. See, the purpose of this Sanga is it's called Circle of Influence, and the meaning is to inspire us, you and me and everybody, to think, how can I make of some influence for the things that I can influence, right? Let's say I can influence my chanting, I can attend temple more often, etc., right? So, yeah. Now to elaborate on this, so this Damodarashtakam has many beautiful verses. If you're curious, you can Google it and read it. But one of them inspires me a lot. It says, I don't ask you, it's addressed to Lord. It says, I don't need moksha, liberation, I don't need anything. It's just, I would like to be able to see you in my heart and to be able to serve you. And that is bhakti, right? And as you mentioned, when we devote ourselves, God becomes sort of also devoted for us. And that is actually the very essential knowledge. God, Krishna, can only be bound by pure love, right? So that's I'm very inspired that you mentioned this. Yeah. But to answer this question that I asked before, like why do we do this? Whoever asks you, or maybe you can also meditate on this. The answer that I get from Bhagavad Gita is, we ask for service because service means relationship, and relationship is something that gives you, even in material world, most happiness, right? You can be happy if you buy a new car for a little bit. You can be happy if you get something. But if you have a good relationship, that's what makes typically people happy. And that also applies to spiritual world. So that service, it's not only the relationship, but it's our natural relationship. As you mentioned, our nature is to serve. And in material world, if we don't know nothing about transcendental quality of our souls, of us, we still apply the same principles. We have to serve. Either voluntarily, we go to work, we serve our boss, we serve our family, we serve our professors in colleges somewhere, right? Or society, etc. So we as a soul, we have a choice. Either serve somebody in material world with material motives, or we can serve Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality, right? And typically, if I think about the meaning of mantra and why we do it, what we can get as a reciprocation from Krishna, that he can grant this service, and this service, it's a eternal bliss, right? We wouldn't need to be worried about anything if we have it. I'm sorry if it was a little bit. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. So you mean that, for example, a tree has also its own service, purpose, service, yeah, right? Yeah, it gives fruit or whatever, shadow, right? Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. And to add to that, we're now reading chapter 9. Chapter 9 um, speaks about different types of people. Someone who accepts Krishna as a Supreme Personality, someone who just thinks that there is a universal form of God. And that person actually not only understands that every tree, every bird has a service, but he also sees God in there. That this tree is essentially is a particle of God, right? Right. Absolutely, yeah. And that is actually um, that's a quite advanced level of spiritual understanding, I would say. In Bhagavad Gita, in a hard copy, there are pictures in the middle. If you ever get Bhagavad Gita, there are pictures in the middle, and one of these pictures actually shows like a sage man who achieved some progress, some substantial progress in the spiritual path. He sees that every living being is actually a soul, which is part and particle of God. Anything else, maybe? You saw it, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's nice. I like it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. We live in Kali Yuga, right? You all know what is Kali Yuga, right? What is, and we can all observe in our own life like how crazy it can get. Not only surrounding, but it also affects us, right? You get engaged in something, dispute or whatever, argument, and then immediately you lose your balance and harmony, right? So for that, there is a perfect method to calm down your mind, which is chanting Mahamantra. Yeah. And in fact, to add a little bit more, again, like a little bit of a personal thing. Um, when I first started chanting Mahamantra, I did chant for a while, but then I went for a trip to my aunt. She wasn't Hare Krishna, but she was vegetarian, which was very unique there back in time in Russia. But she was practicing something else, not Hare Krishna. And we had a conversation. She also nice person and everything, but she said like, why on earth you're chanting this Maha Mantra? Like, why? I understand, but so many rounds, like, why do you do this, right? And then at that moment I didn't know answer. But now if somebody asks me, I can tell from my own experience that at least it helps to calm down mind. Because if you have a calm and peaceful mind, it's much easier to try to see divine, right? And in fact, not only mind, but also it purifies our heart. So if our heart, at the end of the day, all we need to see God, to develop this relationship we have, is to have a pure heart. When our heart is pure, Lord will appear within and outside. So, yeah, the benefits of chanting Maha Mantra is enormous, and it is recommended, especially in months of Kartik, to take maybe at least, to try to take some sort of a standard. If somebody doesn't chant, maybe one round a day. If somebody does chant, maybe add some extra. And as I mentioned, Lord Damodar is very merciful, and he accepts every very little effort, and this is very delightful time of the year, I would say. Yeah. So let's be able to hold, please. So we will chant one round. Hare Krishna. Does anybody have experience chanting on Japamala? Yeah. Oh yeah, so a little bit of introduction. Japamala has the main bead, which represents Krishna. We don't, yes, this one. We don't chant on that. And there are 180 beads, which represents 108 different names. And we chant with these two fingers, like, not this. Yes, correct. Right hand, and we put it like that, and then start chanting one round, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, and go on and go on and go on. Yes. Typically it's like rubbing. Full mantra. And then next. Yes, correct. Yes. Correct. 108, yes. And then, yeah. No. We start with the nearest. And then another thing, when you finish, let's say you're approaching this from that side, and then we typically don't jump around. We just make a turn and chant back. It's a sign of respect. We don't jump over Lord, right? Yes, and back. And then, yes. Yeah. Correct. You end and then start again, yeah, and then back and forth. Sorry? Rounds. Yeah, this is called one round. The yeah. The standard for ISKCON, for those who takes it seriously, is minimum 16. 1-6. It takes. Yeah, we'll do one, and then if you'd like, it's 16 rounds as minimum, but there is no limit, right? And the good thing about this, by mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who actually introduced and reinforced this method and explained, his close associates actually established that there are no strict rules and regulations. You can chant it anytime, any place, any circumstances, but it is recommended to chant it in the morning, ideally, when it's a period of time called Brahma Muhurta, before sunrise. Hare Krishna Prabhu. And one last thing, for those who are started developing taste and try to practice a little bit more serious, it is recommended to have these bags. So we put our japa there and chant. It's like clothing. And these are another set of beads. When we chant one round, we move it one bead here, and then there is 16 of those. Yes. Yeah. That's why you can see Hare Krishna is doing them. Hare Krishna. Right? Okay, so on a practical side, it is recommended in ISKCON, at least in our tradition, to start our chanting with 2 pranam mantras. Does anybody know which one? We start with pranam mantra. Yeah. No. This is also good, but one of these, yes. And then the first pranam mantra is to our Acharya, founder Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om. I'll chant. You'll repeat after me. The purpose of this is to basically to avoid, or let's say, when we chant, sometimes we unintentionally do some offenses, right? But if we first approach Srila Prabhupada as our founder Acharya and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking, hey, can I please chant and forgive me for any offenses? That is the proper way, it's safe way. It's not that just we started doing it. Or even though, if we just do it, it's also good. But, the proper recommended ways. 2 pranam mantras and then chant. Enough talking, I think. I'll start with pranam mantra. I'll try to repeat it slowly. You can try repeat after me. And then when we chant, try to do it loudly so that you can engage your hearing, so you can hear yourself. So in that way we engage our hand, our tongue, and hearing, right? Ideally, if we can also focus our attention on some picture of Lord, that would be perfect. Okay? And we'll chant one round. It will take about 10 minutes. I'll do it slowly, and then we'll read Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. My thanks for you chanting sincerely and loudly. It is said that there are 9 ways how a person can practice devotion. And the first one is Shravanam, which is listening, right? Reading or listening, getting knowledge. Second one is Kirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam. Kirtanam means chanting holy names. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established that the best way to do kirtan in Kali Yuga is Sankirtan, when few devotees gather together and chant it loud or even sing. Please keep this in mind when you next time come to temple and you see somebody is leading kirtan, right? Please repeat after him so that Lord can hear you all together. Hare Krishna, right? It gives Lord very much of a pleasure, I would say. Would somebody like to share any thoughts or maybe observation on a state of mind or something after we completed the round of japa? It's good, eh? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right. It's amazing, yeah. And yeah. You felt it, right? It's like that's what I'm talking. Yeah. 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 Yes. Hmm. It does, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah. Absolutely. It does. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. And just a question, if you don't mind. Uh, did you observe like changes of your mind or perception while chanting? Let's say when you start chanting, was your mind as peaceful as when you ended chanting? Like for example, for me, about half of the round, it was just trying to bring my mind back. I am actually chanting now. Don't think about something else. It's right. Nice. It's very good. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Hmm. No, I can totally relate to this. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. It's sometimes scientists say that the fastest speed is the speed of light, right? But the Shastra says that actually speed of mind when it changes thoughts is even faster, right? But I can totally relate to you. I remember when I just was trying to practice. One route for me was like, oh boy, it's so long. Chant, 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 and it never ends. And then, but for whatever reason, by mercy of devotees, and somehow now it's different. Because yeah, if you keep practicing it, it will become easier. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Absolutely is. But to that end, I would just add a little bit. Positive and negative, they are there because we're here in material world. Material world has this duality, right? Cold, hot, positive, negative, bad, good. But mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, it's above all of that. It's transcendental. It doesn't belong to material world. Spiritual transcendental reality doesn't have this duality. So it's even better than just positive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can say like this. Yeah, it's just real. It's just real, I would say. Yeah, thanks. Anybody else? Hmm. It's amazing, right? Like how it happens. Hmm. It is, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it takes to read like 2, 3, 4 rounds before you actually get into the piece, sort of, when you are alone. But when you are chanting together, it's different, yeah. Right. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're right. Option, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. That's. I didn't think about this, but you're right. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. 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 And all I get what you say. Yeah, it's a very good thought. And I think mhm. Sitting is challenging, yes, and I think it's totally fine uh, to walk. Let's say I do it. Like I cannot sit long, honestly, maybe round or two, but then I start walking back and forth. Just it's it is acceptable at certain level. It's not the best way, but it's acceptable. And also, yeah, you want it. Yeah. It's just following on your thought. Uh, I do know that many devotees who practicing seriously, they put, if they are alone, they put a phone with a recording of Srila Prabhupada or his or her Gurudev chanting, and they chant along, so they're not alone, but with audio. It's also sort of a trick. Well, all right. Let's read some Bhagavad Gita. Today we will be reading starting from chapter 9, verse 20. Let's try to find it. And that would be page 378. 378. So what we'll do is I'll start reading. Um, uh, for those who don't know, Bhagavad Gita as it is, published by Srila Prabhupada, has Sanskrit verses, then word by word translation, 378. 378. Yes. And then Sanskrit, word by word translation, and then the translation itself and purport. Purport, it's basically explanation how this verse applies in our reality, right? Yep, good. Everybody found it? Yeah. So I'll start reading, and then at a certain point I'll ask whoever wants to keep reading and paragraph by paragraph. So we're reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, verse 20. Traividyamam samapaha putapapa yajnair ishtvasvargatim paratyamte te punyam asadya surendra lokam asnanti divyam divi deva bhogan. The translation. Those who study the Vedas and drink soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Just to give you a little bit of preface, let's say, to this verse. This chapter 9 is called the most confidential knowledge. There are 18 chapters, if I'm not mistaken, in Bhagavad Gita, and each chapter is devoted to a certain topic where Lord Shri Krishna talks to Arjuna and explains certain subject, right? It starts with Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, etc., and now it's chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge. In the first part of this chapter, Krishna describes different types of people. I think I mentioned it. Mahatmas, Mudhas, Karma Yogis, Jnana Yogis, and those types, let's say. Mahatma is someone who does accept Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead and worship Him according to rules, regulations, and with sincerity. Mudhas are those, anybody knows who Mudha is? Mudha? Like the opposite of Mahatma. To put it politely, it's a sort of silly people, not quite smart, I would say, but they reject atheists who don't believe in God at all, and who make fun of Krishna, like, hey, Krishna, haha, like, what's that? It's not. Those are Mudhas. And the next group of people, those who are seekers, they believe in God. There are four types of people who are genuinely attracted to Krishna and spirituality. Anybody knows what are 4 types? Typically those who are in trouble, distressed, in difficult situation, they naturally, if they are pious enough, they approach God. God, please help me, right? And then those who want some material things, oh God, please give me this and that, this car, whatever, something. And the third type is they just curious, I think. They're like, okay, what's that? Let's check it out. And the fourth type, they're genuine spiritual seekers. They're seeking the meaning of life. What is meaning of life? Who am I? Why I have to take birth, suffer, enjoy, and then leave this body, etc. These 4 types of people, they are also called transcendentalists, and Krishna approves these types of activities, let's say. And then there is another group of people who sort of serve Krishna indirectly. Those who do karma yoga, some rituals, right, who worship demigods, asking for something, they may not understand that at the end, all the worship that they are doing, eventually, Krishna accepts it, right? And that's basically the verse is about. It is describing those who does karma yoga, and it says, who study the Veda, seeking heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. While doing this, if they're lucky, if they succeed, they will be purified of sinful reactions, and then they take birth on heavenly planets, right? So that is the context, and then we will read. We'll get to it. So I'll start with purport, and then I'll stop, and somebody would kindly continue. The word Trividya refers to 3 Vedas, Sama, Yajur, and Rig Veda. A Brahmana who has studied these 3 Vedas is called Trivedi. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these 3 Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many great scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. Therefore, Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal of the 3 Vedas. Just a personal thing again. When I first met someone who had a last name Trivedi here in Canada, I thought, oh, Srila Prabhupada told this. So a family of this person must have known, or maybe know Vedas, three Vedas, very much good, right? It's interesting. It's just for me at least. Can anybody continue? The last sentence was, therefore Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal for the three Vedas. Thanks. Anybody have any reflections on this verse, or maybe questions? Um, for me, when I first read it, it was, oh wow, there is a heavenly planets where I can enjoy hundreds of thousands times better than here, right? Like, I mean, when I first read it, I wasn't very much, practicing, let's say. It was more of a curiosity. And I thought, well, nice, it does make sense. If I do good things, I go to heavenly planet, right? And enjoy. But then, it says that the entire meaning of Bhagavad Gita says, yes, you can do it. First of all, it's you indirectly serving me, Krishna says. And secondly, the problem with this, there is a problem with this, right? Yeah. Exactly, right? Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And where do we go? Yeah. Hmm. Right. Ah. Right. Yes. Exactly. It's beautiful. Thanks. For me, as I was reading this, it was like, oh, man, I just read it that I can enjoy, but then it says I will have to come back. Well, what's the meaning? And then I read further, and this realization came that, okay, no matter what, you up and down, up and down. This is called samsara, right? Yeah. Birth and death, birth and death. Sometimes on earth, then hellish planet, heavenly planet. That doesn't make sense. And yeah, that are some thoughts that came to my mind. Yes? Jai. Yeah. There is a Govinda's over there, right? You know Govinda's cafeteria. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Very nice to meet you. Wow. Jai. Nice. Well, maybe you can a little bit. And then when it's time, yeah, it's okay. Oh, hmm, nice. Okay, we will probably continue reading. You want to listen a little bit? Here? A little bit. Okay. The next verse, when they have those enjoyed vast heavenly sense of pleasure and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Those, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principle of three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Right? That's what we were talking about. You wanted to read purport? Yeah. Thank you. Anybody has thoughts on this purport or verse? I would, I would, I personally, my attention is drawn to the sentence, "He who has not attained perfection of knowledge," as indicated in Vedanta Sutra, Janmadi Asyayataha, or in other words, he who fails to understand Krishna, the cause of all causes. To me, it gives hope, like there is a way to perfect your knowledge and practice, and at the end, Srila Prabhupada writes, one should better take to the spiritual world to enjoy the eternal life, full of bliss and knowledge, and never return to this material existence. So there is a way, right? And yeah, I would like to read the next verse, which I like very much, personally. Ananyaschintayantamam yejanah paryupasate tasyam nityabhiyuktanam yogakshamam vaham aham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. I think it's a wonderful verse. Does anybody like to read purport? Thanks. Kshema. Thank you. Anybody would like to share? Maybe you? Good. Yeah. Good. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Yeah, yeah. I think I understand what you're trying to convey. Yeah. I think that's very true. It is written here in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna himself says this, right? And then it's confirmed by our experiences to a certain extent. Somebody has more, somebody less. Yeah, and I think the key here is who worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form. I think in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says, I do reciprocate to the extent of how sincere and how much devotee wants me to, right? At the end, the meaning of the purpose of Bhagavad Gita and the whole bhakti, right, is to surrender to Krishna, meaning that accept that he is the supreme controller, he is the most merciful friend of everybody, and he is able to take care in the best way about everybody, and especially about those who surrender, right? The problem that I see personally with me is it's very hard to surrender completely because we still have our own desires, our way of thinking, this and that. Well, maybe yes, I surrender, but not fully. Maybe later, whatever, something. But Srila Prabhupada, I think, in his lecture on this verse, Srila Prabhupada and some other gurus in our sampradayas, they said that sometimes when people read this verse, and it's natural, they automatically may think that Krishna first of all talks about material things here. If you lack something, I will deliver if you worship me properly, and I protect whatever you have. If you need more money, I'll give you, and I protect whatever you have, right? That's the first thing that may come. But actually, this purport and the explanation is that it is actually about this spiritual development, about our bhakti, about our love. And Krishna will take care of material things as well, but his primary focus is, because he understands what does matter, his primary intent is to give us something that we lack in our devotional service. If we need a little bit more money to do better service, he sure will provide it. But in most cases, it's not the case, right? We don't need material things. What we need is enthusiasm, someone to inspire us, a place, let's say, where we can come and meet and think, etc. And he also will preserve whatever you have spiritually, right? There is another verse in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita that there is no loss in this endeavor. Whatever you do materially, at the end, you will have to give up, right? You cannot take it with you because when you leave body. But spiritually, you chanted one round today. You came, you got the darshan, or will get the darshan, right? You associated with devotees. And Krishna will never forget it. It's like there is no loss. That's what inspires me personally. Because, I mean, we all live our material lives, right? And we have to work, take care of kids and family, etc. And it does take a lot of energy. But even if we add even a little bit of Krishna in our life, read a verse, chant around, listen, think. Actually, these 9 methods are described here in purport. Hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worship, serving the lotus feet of the world, rendering services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully. These are 9 methods, right? If we do a little bit, Krishna will definitely appreciate, and eventually he will add whatever we lack in our endeavor, on our way to Krishna, let's say, right? That's what inspires me. Anybody else would like maybe questions or thoughts? I would like to conclude now because in 10 minutes there will be arati. Yeah, there was something I wanted to share, but I guess Krishna arranged that I forgot. Well, thank you very much for joining. Maybe, again, if you have any questions or maybe realizations. And I would like to thank you again for coming here and spending some time with us, especially in these Kartik months. One thing is, during Kartik months, Lord, he takes the, let's say, manifestation over Lord Damodar, which is a small child, right? Baby Lord, let's say. And the lila is that Mother Yashoda tried to bound him, and Krishna didn't like it, didn't want, and always when Mother Yashoda took a rope, it was 2 fingers not enough to make a knot. She tried so many ropes, connected them together, but didn't work. And it is said that these 2 fingers, it means our own efforts and mercy. If we do our part and seek for mercy, ready to accept mercy, then Lord Damodar will accept our service and our life, spiritual life will be successful. So thank you again, and we will have some prasadam. I can hand it over. If anybody wants to join WhatsApp group for announcements for this Tuesday Sanga, please approach. We can take your phone number and we can add it you later. Right? Thank you. Hare Krishna. If anybody wants to get Bhagavad Gita, they are available